And we are back for some more RSC action. Season 2 is back. Match week 2. Feels like match week 1 and the preseason all went pretty fast, didn't it? But I'm joined by Unguarded Ace, and we've got some very good games today, don't we?
Yeah, I'm so excited to be joined by you. It's been forever since we casted together, and I'm so glad to be back onto the desk to be able to chat with you about this amazing game coming up. It's always lovely to be involved in just a Masters game like this of just such levels with so many
Yeah.
RLCS names that we are very familiar with. And
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly
very
what you
excited to get
said.
into it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Masters games always so interesting to see what the creme de la creme can do, and we've got two absolutely banger teams today. We've got the Silverbacks of Team Azura Gaming, led by Shadowhunter. That's Zany, Olympic Drew, and Shadowhunter. Very good team. They won their first match 3-1, so looking to continue some hot form. And the other team, of course, Helio of Team Unity, Duckless, Lackstar as the captain, Stratic, and Arid. They were the winners of the preseason. Unfortunately, they had a reverse result compared to the Silverbacks. They lost their opening game 1-3. So a lot of things to prove today. Silverbacks looking to continue that hot momentum, and Helio looking to bounce back.
Yeah, it's really tough when it comes down to first week games
Mm.
because a lot of the time, some players aren't always on the same page just yet. As much as we did have our preseason, they're still gelling quite well together, and this makes for such an interesting game. Because one stat in particular that I'd like to pick out just before we get started was that Blackstar was basically shut out of the first game that they played now in week 1. I think he had 9 demos on him,
Oh, wow.
which is ridiculous. He was completely shut out in the first game, and I felt that just rendered them completely useless, unfortunately. Led them to get swept 3-1. As much as the rest of the team can try and help out, being very aggressive on the demos certainly paid off last week against them. So this week, keeping the same momentum, especially when you look at the likes of Olympic on a team who
Definitely. I was
loves the
thinking the
demo more
same.
than anything else, you're just in for a treat. The average for him was 2 demos per game.
Oh,
Absolutely ridiculous.
one to look out for.
So this is going to be a rough and tough game. This is, yeah, one that could be dictated very, very, very easily by just demos and in the right time, in the right place, in the right time.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with Laxa, I mean, he's sort of the captain and definitely one of the bigger names on his team, WRG player. And he's just fantastic, isn't he? So it will be interesting to see if Olympic is going to get the better of him and keep him demoed. I don't see a 3-1 for this series, though. I think there are some definitely quality players. I think Unity definitely want to bounce back and have something to prove. But it's so close. Part of me wants to say it might be a 2-2 between these teams, but you never really know with RSC, do you?
No, you never do. And like, if gun to the head, I had to make a prediction. I'm probably going to go and back the team in form and go with Azure to take this. But yeah, it's going to be a tight series. It definitely could end in a draw. And I see it coming very close at the least in a 3-1 or a 2-2.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, big names and big players for big players. So we're excited to see what they can actually do. Obviously, like you alluded to, it's still only match week 2, so the teams aren't going to have the greatest synergy, although they are Masters players. There's still going to be a couple double commits and awkward moments, I'm sure. But now, sort of preseason, that first match week of, even if you would call it jitters, but now we're sort of getting more into it. The stats are beginning to grow. We're starting to see more and more of who the players to look out for are, and obviously you alluded to a couple of Lackstar being crucial for his team, and him not being on the field seemed to be the reason they got 3-1. So going to be interesting to see, obviously alluding to that other player on the opposite side, Olympic, the demo man of his team. So it'll be interesting, so interesting to see what's going to happen between these guys. But I think I'm going to go on the fence, stay on the fence. As much as I'd love to predict the 3-1 to someone, I think I'm going to stay with a 2-2 just for maximum drama to see what really happens between these teams. Sorry.
I think so if we had to kind of look into this a little bit deeper, I fully believe that both these teams are just amazing on paper. Like, not to pick favorites, bro GM aside, I'm here fully as a neutral for once, and would gladly say that these teams are fantastic on paper. and this could go any way, any shape, any form, anyhow. And I wouldn't be surprised if Blackstar wakes up, for example, after his very poor performance, because even in the stats power rating, he ended up in 28th, which is somewhere you should never expect to see someone of his caliber. And that is out of 31 players, for context. So if these players can get the games,
appreciate Blackstar with.
Would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a delay here as one of the players is struggling a bit with their computer, but we're sure to get into the game soon. And it looks like sooner rather than later. So yeah, finally, without further ado, we can sit back and finally stop guessing who we think is going to win this, or as much of the educated guesses that stats will allow us. But now it's time for these guys to try and earn their stats, to try and get that page looking a little better. Obviously, Lackstar, we're going to be watching him closely, seeing what goals, assists, or save he is responsible for. And you've definitely put my eyes on Olympic for this match. I'm gonna be watching him closely to see the kind of aggression that he brings with his team.
Yeah, and it's not only him though. As a team, they are quite aggressive, and I think Shadowhunter proves that in his just shot scoring ability and just his overall demo ability. But hey, enough guessing. Let's hop into the game.
Yeah, here we go. Helio starting with Lackstar, Douglas, and Strutic. Silverback with Ollie, Shadow, and Zany. So this is sure to be a good one. Nice kickoff already going the way of Helio. Sure to see, it might be a couple awkward moments in this game one, but I'm sure the players will grow into it. Only 4 games in the RSC format, so not all the time in the world to try and get those points.
Oh, that was a really close shot on net from Douglas. Nearly puts them ahead. Very unfortunate to see that hit the post, and Ollie straight through Lackstar immediately, almost as if it was telegraphed by us beforehand. First chance you see them to be able to demo, they take it very clearly. Oh, and another shot saved beautifully.
Yeah, a couple close moments coming out from both teams already, and with some nice link-ups coming out in this opening minute. Already seeing, like you said, alluding to Olympic already getting 1 demo in this match on Lackstar, sort of getting close to that 2 per game that he's already sitting on. But yeah, quite neutral for the time being. A bit of back and forth is to be expected, but Lackstar trying to change that. Oh, very close there, but Shadow's denying it.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a closer shot. It's been very end-to-end so far, though. Both teams looking very exciting, looking very aggressive, looking like they want this more than anything else. All of them popping shots, all of them trying to get against the opposition backboard. This game looks like it's going to be a great series.
Yeah, definitely, and it always comes down to who's the more clinical in front of the net. We've already seen a couple close attempts coming out from both Helios and the one by Silverback, but these players are all capable of some remarkable saves, as Shadow showed on that shot earlier from Lackstar. So it's going to be who can actually be clinical enough. As another shot coming out, Shadow, the shooter, and Strutic manages to get the save. So at the moment, it's just who can hold on the longest, 2 shots apiece.
Yeah, this game is incredibly tight, and it's just showing how good these players all are. We've seen a lot of link-up players, which is fantastic. We saw that brilliant passing play with Shadow now, with Zany. So that led to a shot. It was a fantastic save right down the middle. Could not ask for anything better as a team. But right now looks like they are putting on all the pressure, and Blackstar's trying to defuse it. Zany says no. Dukas tries again to clear it. But Ollie's keeping it just in their half. He's not letting them escape this pressure. Shadow again challenging. This ball has not left us half with a good 30 seconds at this point.
Yeah, it seems Silverbacks are really pushing for this goal now. It's been a full half game and still nothing really too worrying for any of these teams. But some good shots coming out. It's been Shadow, the main offense for his team, but here it is finally.
Say that!
A link up coming out. Lackstar to Strutic. Nice slow down on the play. Finally able to get out of their own half and a nice pinch out of the corner. And finally, there's the link up we're looking for. Top bins. Olympic can't quite save it. And there's our first goal, finally.
Absolutely perfect slot away from Strutic to see our first goal of the game. It's been very back and forth, and again, still wouldn't take my eyes off of this for 1 second. At any moment, because there comes out 2 more shots and 2 more saves. They're called into action just as quickly as they scored that goal.
Yeah, Helio not being deterred at all, though, willing to go in for these challenges, even though they have that one goal finally. And as close as it's been, neither of these teams satisfied with this one goal so far. Obviously, if you're Silverbacks, they've shown really good aggression so far, but they get caught out at times like this when Helio just take the ball, slow it down a bit, and have these nice link-ups. There it is again. Lackstar, the shooter, getting some of the stats to his name. 1 save, 1 assist, and 1 goal already. And Zany just a bit too slow there. Shadow can't quite get on the goal line. And Helio 2 for the better.
Yeah, and again, I think this goes straight back to what we were saying during our little 5-minute session. That Blackstar can be such an important player for any team. And he was completely shut out in the previous series. So seeing a team... Oh, and there he goes again! Just speak of the devil and he shall score you a goal!
Yeah, Lackstar refused to be shut out in this game, it seems.
Yeah, he's fully proving that this is not a lackluster performance anymore. And he's keeping to his name. Starting strong with a 3-0 with a minute 38 left on the clock.
Yeah, really great by Helio so far there. It was looking like such a neutral game, but it was always Silverback doing these aggressive pushes down the field, getting some nice touches, but not quite having that end product or that link up that it seems Helio have right now. As great follow-up on the ball there, even though a purple player is the first one to get to it. Helio player still opting to go. Nice shot being put out there by Douglas, but it seems Silverback just survived these attacks for the time being, but they need to get some offense going as a minute left, and it still doesn't look like they're even going to get out their half at this rate.
Oh, the fakes come out, and it nearly leads to another goal. Goal line trouble, Stratic. Can he put it away? No, he cannot. Good save from Zany, keeping composure. Let's see what happens throughout this play, though. The pressure is still firmly on. Blackstar is up for it. Can he do it? Not quite. No, this ball is permanently up Helio's half right now. But it's a great clear from Ollie to keep it out, keep the game going for them.
It seems like
pressure.
No matter what drive they're doing at the moment, they're getting some of these nice touches, but it is constantly a blue player meeting them for every single 50 and touch. But here's a nice chance, maybe one for the road, but with 10 seconds left unguarded, I don't really see much hope for Silverback in this game. Definitely a go next, but what a response from that initial sort of back and forth ping pong we had at the start, and then Helio really came alive in the next half of the game.
Yeah, most definitely. Couldn't agree more with that, to be honest. Oh, nearly got one for the road anyway.
Oh, close.
But yeah, I think Helio just looked like the better team overall. They looked like they came together as a unit, never found themselves out of position, never really found themselves in those tricky situations that Silverback did, especially towards the end of the game. And they just consistently played well. And I think that was the entirety of the key for them, is that as much as Olympic got his first demo very early on Lackstar, Lackstar was alive the rest of the game. He was allowed to do Lackstar things, and that's 2 goals, assists, and a save, making him the MVP of the first game.
Yeah, no, terrific performance from Lackstar. Obviously, that player we were alluding to at the start, and wondering if Olympic would be his counterpart. But it seems that I only really remember that one demo at the start, and not much else in terms of physicality from Olympic. So, wondering if that might change going into the second one. But Helio, showing us some of that form that they showed in the preseason. They looked absolutely unstoppable. I think their semi-final match was a 4-0, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a 4-2 or 4-1 for the grand final. So they're really looking like it now, and some fantastic plays and link up there. And what you also alluded to, their rotation was on point. They were never letting anyone get stuck forward, never really leaving their teammate out by themselves, always putting a hand up to try and help their teammate. But it's going to be Silverbacks that need to try and do more of that for the time being, as they want to continue their winning streak as far as things are concerned with the season so far.
Most definitely. We're going to have to see a different Silverback in this, and immediately they are showing a ton of aggression, trying to make something happen within Helio's half. A nice little pinch and an opportunity for Zany, but nearly just cut out by Lackstar. Oh, and another shot comes out from Lackstar. Just cannot put it away right now. The ball is just perpetually in these moments right before a goal at this current stage. And that's how you know these teams are so evenly matched for each other nonetheless. But right now, Lackstar's looking at empty nets. Oh, it was a great demo from Zany to keep it in play.
Yeah, great recovery by Zany there. It seemed him and his teammate not quite on the same page, touching it behind him, but getting that very important bump there. Otherwise, it could have been pretty dire for his team. But it's all about that at the moment for Silverbacks, it seems. It seems how fast can they recover, and it's doing well enough for this opening minute, but it's looking very similar to that first game. They show really great aggression when they're going forward, but nothing there just yet.
Yeah, and defensively, they're looking like they're leaving these gaps open that Lackstar especially is trying to exploit right now. It seems that he's finding his way to just crawl through them, like winning that 50 right there against Olympic. Immediately changes the dynamic of the game into now, oh, we can attack. Olympic goes for the demo on the third man and leads to a free shot. Can they score? Yes, they can. Almost dead on the line, but Shadow comes through, keeps the scoring record alive.
Stratic doing well there, but unfortunately Zany too big on that challenge, and Olympic getting the demo in the back lines. That's what we want to see more of. That's what we were hoping he would do more of in that game one. But it just shows how crucial that role is as the person that goes for the demos and looks for the aggressive bumps and plays. You just completely remove a player from the field, and 2v3 is ridiculously hard at any level, especially when you're on such an even playing ground. And now Olympic gonna get a goal for himself after pretty much setting up the previous play. Shadow with a nice pinch. Douglas trying to take it to the wall, but Shadow with another great 50. And it is looking like there's great link up from the Silverbacks currently.
Yeah, the Silverbacks' aggression is looking amazing. It looks like they're on the same page for that much, at the very least. Because, Olympic going for another demo, trying to keep the pressure on firmly throughout the rest of the series. They are just full throttling the second game. Let's see if they can keep this pressure up. It's looking very, very good for them so far, though.
Yeah, Helio were definitely looking a bit more comfortable with their touches in that first game. It seems the offense is finally paying off for Silverback, being able to really constrict them and keep them in their own half. And yeah, definitely paying off. Stratic and Douglas not having the same kind of touches we saw from that first game, but with touches like that, as I said, almost with the double. Lackstar with the follow-up, but still
it just
not
hits
in.
the post!
And it's not going to go in.
Nothing Stratic can do!
It was looking so close, but just not quite enough. And it seems like we were saying that about Silverbacks in the previous game, but now it is Helio suffering from not being able to get the ball over the line. But really great defense from Silverback, looking composed enough to get the ball out and not panicking.
Yeah, there's not a sign of panic with this 2-goal lead now. They've now reserved themselves, even with Shadow just faking out the ball, trying to bait Dupas out into an early challenge. Ball still falls straight to Zany, and they get out of danger once again. It just looks like child's play for them right now. It's just, how can we restrict them? How can we keep them out of our way? What can we do to maybe improve that scoreline? Shadow nearly does exactly that while I'm trying to say it.
Yeah, very close attempts coming out. It's almost like Silverbacks are looking like they want to get this third goal and really kill this game out, because it's still a minute to go. Ollie going for his usual bumping on that side, very close to actually getting the redirect and getting that third goal. That would surely end this match, but it's still very winnable for Team Helio right now. They're still getting decent link-ups, but just nothing too worrying on the net. It's like you said, Silverback just looking more comfortable at the moment, more willing to take that time as Zany, 2 great 50s, takes the third against Stratic, doesn't quite get it off, but Shadow there immediately follows. Silverbacks doing it yet again, showing their offensive prowess and just trying to trap Helio in their own half, but this could be a chance for a breakaway. Good shot by Shadow is going to alleviate that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a lot of control and a bit of confusion there coming out from Stratic, trying to bait out a little bit of a play on zero boost, seeing if his teammate can come and catch him out of danger. But now they're immediately on the attack again, and guess who it is? Shadow Hunter, nonetheless, to make it 3, actually, his second of the game. 3 overall, 40 seconds remain. This, unfortunately, looks GG.
Yeah, and an absolutely perfect response by Silverback, going down 3-0 in that first game to Helio, and it's alluding to that form that we saw in the preseason. But now, here's the form that Silverback can offer. I was very scared about really going against either of these teams, because I really did think it was that even, and it's gone very back and forth, as you can, however you use the term even with how the 2 games have felt so far, as it's been very one-sided. But as I'm saying that, an nice goal back for Helio with 20 seconds here. I wouldn't say the comeback is necessarily on, but that's great for confidence going into the next match.
Yeah, at the very least, I think we take that as a confidence goal and we move with that. But for now, it looks like it should be dead to rights, unfortunately. But yes, I do fully agree. These two teams are super even, and I think that's the main takeaway that we even had from our little panel session now, before the game even started. These two teams are both in really strong form, just in different forms.
Yeah.
One comes from preseason, one comes from the first week. And we're just seeing this momentum kind of flip-flop while both these teams are performing at their best, just give and take somehow. It's really beautiful to see. But
yeah,
this just became Ali's and Shadow's game, really.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see what little changes and things that are made, but usually between games like this one, especially what I noticed in this game, is it just like Silverback got their confidence back, and they were looking like they were doing what we thought they would do, weren't they? They were going for those physical plays, those bumps, those demos, making Helio go out of position, because we were complementing their rotations in that first match, but they looked nothing like that first game in that second one, and that's credit to Silverback.
Yeah, full credit to them. They abused whatever space they could get. They constricted them with a lot of bumps coming out from Ali, with a lot of demos, especially for that key first goal that sets the momentum for the rest of the game. And that's always what we have to kind of look back onto. That's Olympic with this fantastic demo play. A player known for it. Gives Shadow the confidence just to keep pushing on, keep the games going, and keep us even more even.
Yeah, and it's always interesting seeing that I think it's a very underrated play style, but you do see it becoming more and more popular and well known, of sort of that aggressive man that just pushes forward looking for bumps. And the thing that I think is so good about it is obviously the bumps and demos get players out of position, but it's also that thought and that sort of fear almost of being demoed and bumped, constantly looking over your shoulder in a match. And at a pro level like this, watching the ball zip around the field at about 100 kilometers per hour every moment, it can be very hard to keep your eyes everywhere on the field. So very well played by Silverback.
Just immediately, there were two demos in the first 10 seconds, putting them at an immediate disadvantage. Unfortunately, nobody was able to finalize any sort of goals against them at the moment. As I say that, Olympic makes a fantastic breakaway and he goes for the turtle to celebrate.
Cheeky little celebration there on the funny number 420, but that is a great goal by Silverback, sending it the other way. It was looking like Helio almost had that link up. I saw Laxstar looking for his teammate, but well done by Olympic to just cut it off completely.
I was just so excited to see them. They were building up. They looked like they had a strong little pocket coming together, and then one little 50 goes straight through the last two and back into the back of the net. So fantastic start for Silverback, not for Helio.
Yeah, definitely. That total football not quite working out for Helio, trying to get that three-man formation, but it just shows how crucial it is getting those interceptions, and well done by Silverback to get it. That's a bit of a miss by Zany though, but his teammates able to cover him. Still awkward in front of the ball, but Olympic going to be able to cover now. Everyone just covering for that one mistake by Zany, but well done by Silverback to actually get the players in the correct positions.
Yep, fantastic job just to hang on, to be in the right place at the right time. And even though mistakes have been made, they have been rectified very quickly by the rest of the team. And just as we say that, Zany gets another demo, tries to slow it down, and it keeps it that way. Until Laxstar just slots it top right. That didn't even look like a chance, to be honest. You just popped it perfectly. But that's what you expect from players at the highest levels, that we are known to do this miraculous stuff. That was fantastic.
Bit of a miscontrol from Zany again there, just not quite being on board with his teammate Shadow, who was in net. Wondering if Shadow might have gotten a better touch, but finally Helio were able to capitalize on it. You know, you always wonder how many mistakes is it going to be until a team can finally break through, because if Helio don't make any mistakes, we saw what their perfect rotation looks like and the kind of link-ups that they can pull together. So well done there, finally able to capitalize on both sides, and this is an unfamiliar position. It's looking very even, still with plenty of time, and both teams actually having scored goals, but no team quite running away with it yet. But both sort of, it feels like moments where they're just camping in the other team's box, but no goals going in other than the two already scored.
No, definitely. One thing that we definitely have to look at right now is Zany just does not look like he's in touch with his team right now. It feels like he is completely off the page, because his teammate ran straight into the back of him as he went for a shooting opportunity. And it's just, how many mistakes can you get away with right now is kind of the mindset that we have to be aware of. Shadow and Olympic are looking for some nice interplays, though. Can Zane make something of that? Oh, he double taps it! Let's go!
Zany redeeming himself with a fantastic double tap. Finally, Silverback's able to get down the other end. A nice pop-up by Olympic in the corner, and Zany, perfect air roll, perfect boost and positioning, and that is a fantastic goal to get for his trouble so far in this match. And, you know, we were alluding to it, we were saying, oh, Silverbacks, they can't keep making these mistakes and surviving them. But if you score goals like that, then you can make a couple mistakes, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think you can get away with just a little bit when you're scoring goals quite like that. We're just in for a series. Like these next two games, regardless of how this goes, I am so excited for. Shadow was on the attack, looking for that double tap, and it looked like just a mutual demo. And now it's just a face-off. Who's going to 50 first? Shadow ends up winning it, putting Silverback forward. Beats the first, can't beat the second though.
Yeah, Silverback still looking to have that aggression, but still there. Olympic and Zany just opting to stay a bit further back, not wanting to risk anything too soon as they are up that one goal. Almost inviting a bit of Helios pressure right now, and it's very dangerous when Laxdal can do things like that, popping it around, but not quite getting the end product, and ball just going from one end of the field to another right now. Both teams just trying to cut out these balls as early as possible, going for the control. But that's a double commit there. This is a chance, but Laxdar cuts it off for his team, gets demoed for his efforts, and now it is Silverbacks with a chance here. Another demo coming out from Zany.
Zany getting the executioner from this game already.
Oh, and you can't help but feel the goals coming up. There it is.
Yep, you perfectly called it. You just can't help but feel it as soon as that comes out. As soon as I see that little extermination logo next to Zany's name, you just know someone's got to be at the end of that. And what have you, but Olympic scoring a goal.
Yeah, really good pressure. All the players of Silverback pushed up, waiting off of that
Shadow Hunter!
It is getting closer and closer every time, and we were alluding to at the start of this series of just what demos have an impact, and we saw in that first match that this Helios team played is when Laxdar is being demoed, and they are very susceptible to the demos, it seems, in general. So Silverbacks, after that second game, it looked like they sort of licked their lips, realizing the winning formula was in front of them. And with only 15 seconds in this match, I think it's safe to say Silverbacks 2-1 up in this series, looking to get another 3-1 in this RSC season. As all three players up right now.
All three head up, but they are fully confident in their ability just to put that right back down. And there it is. Silverback make it 2-1 in the series. As you said, it looks like their means of control has just absolutely dominated this game. Their means of going for those demos, prioritizing those bumps, making them uncomfortable as possible, has just absolutely been the difference maker here.
100%. I mean, we were complimenting Helio for sort of their overall team structure and trust in each other, but now you just see how demos and these physical plays and willing to try and have that confidence to trap teams in their own half, pretty much. It's really paying off for Silverbacks. It almost looks like they're completely in Helios's head at the moment, but Helios still completely capable of bringing this next game back. Still the 2-2 on the cards, but a 3-1 to Silverbacks would be a fantastic result for them, but not the kind of result the preseason tournament winners would be wanting in Helio.
Yeah, most definitely not. I don't think any team wants to lose at any point, admittedly. But after coming back from winning the preseason tournament, you have to kind of look at yourself as the top dog, and going 2-0 down in your first games is very rough. So I think all of us are hoping that they redeem themselves, and I think they are looking at themselves to redeem themselves most importantly right now, because they know they are a good team. We have done nothing but praise their structure and what they can do when they are allowed and given just that little bit of space. And we saw Lackstar again come alive through these 2 series so far. So I could never ever count Helios out of this in equalizing this series.
Yeah, and of course that player you mentioned that we've been mentioning constantly, Lackstar. It really has been the games where he can't do much because of the demos and the physicality that his whole team just seems to struggle a bit. So we need to try and see him leading the team forward a bit more in this game, as it's crucial to try and get
the
that.
shot comes up from him right there. Yeah.
It seems like as soon as we mention a player's name, they try and show us up. A fantastic 50 by Douglas, and Lackstar just turning around, recognizing the open net. And 102 kph, he really slotted that with some confidence directly in the center of the goal. And the player I was just talking about coming up big for his team, and he's going to have to continue doing that because this Silverback team is definitely capable of scoring goals like that.
Most definitely. Zany goes for the flip reset though, just saved by Strutter, keeping it level. Well, keeping them in the lead actually, not keeping them level. Avoid keeping them level. Let's see what happens going forward now. Lackstar's trying to link up with Stratic. Unfortunately, doesn't need too much, and Zany has all the time in the world to try and clear it. But yeah, Lackstar nearly made a fool of it again. He is feasting off of these tiny mistakes right now, and it is looking very Helios dominated, almost heliocentric, some would say. Why, bad joke of the day.
Pretty amusing, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, Helios there. They're looking like they've put those 2 games behind them now. They're showing some good confidence, better link up. It's looking very reminiscent of that game 1 that we saw them in. And Silverbacks, we haven't seen the same kind of physicality so far, have we? We've seen a couple demos, but not necessarily the same kind of impactful demos that they were getting before.
Definitely.
All eyes on Zany right now and Ollie to try and get some of that physicality out there for their team, but still 3 minutes left on the clock pretty much, and both teams still very much in it. 1 goal in Rocket League is arguably the most volatile thing you can have, but the booms going back and forth. I'm getting worried for both these teams that it could just be a slam down the other end like Lackstar did. That might be the difference maker. A close attempt there.
Yep, we're just waiting for the haymaker on one of these 2 teams. Oh, Zany gets a touch, but he can't put it on target, unfortunately. It was a really good play coming out from both sides, but it has become a very aggressive tennis match, just waiting for one of these teams to mess up, and there it is!
Oh.
Unfortunately, Duklas unfortunately just misreads it, and Zany is just met with an open net.
Zany unfazed by that miss.
Unfazed completely, and he's just right back into that, ready to go. And yeah, as we go, we're only halfway through the game. It's 1-1. Couldn't be more equal.
Yeah, it's but it was I think 1-1 up until about 2 minutes in that previous match, and then I felt like Silverbacks really stepped on the gas. But at the moment, they can't quite get it. Their usual sort of interceptions and touches are getting read a lot better by this Helio team at the moment, and now there's a chance for them to go down the other end. Some physicality of their own.
Stratic, he beats his man!
Takes it over his man.
Yeah.
Fantastic by Helio, finally showing some aggression of their own. Lackstar running forward, trying to get Zany, but it didn't even really matter because Stratic just getting over the top of him. And 2-1 Helio, lead restored, but for how long can they keep it?
Yeah, maybe Silverback has to be the ones with the eyes on their back right now. We need to see them being more vigilant. We need to see them trying for to shut these plays down. Because Zany seemed to have been prepping for Lackstar coming straight for that bomb and pre-jumping that shot. And now we just need to see if they can repay that patience with a goal of their own. But right now, Helio's in top of it. Duklas unfortunately misses it. Oh! And there we go. Just another open net. Just one more open net. Our favorite places.
Oh, so close. You could see the plan now. Kind of forced to go. Both teammates not getting a touch on the ball. That ball just one of those ones that just bounces deceptively high and just over the player, leaving an open net. And that's what you hate to see if you're Helio. They worked so hard for the goals they've gone so far. But after this kickoff, they have a chance to get it back. But good, stable. I mean, it's been Silverbacks with the response every single time so far. They went 1 goal down and they brought it back. They went 2-1 down. And despite that mistake, sure, but they are back. And this match is getting very intense. Good pressure coming out
Very
from Silverbucks.
quickly.
Could be
Can
them with
Olympic
the
win
lead.
that? Oh, no, he cannot, unfortunately.
Another interesting thing I've noticed about this lobby so far is the respect these players have for one another. I mean, you see when one player misses, then another player misses, just because they never expect them to get that miss. They have that respect. They know what all of these players are capable of.
Oh, Stratic!
And there's Stratic showing what he's capable of with a nice pass from Douglas. It's been Douglas with a hat trick of assists so far. And Stratic just really
touch. Oh.
a deceptive touch, I think. Shadow just not really expecting it. And Helio, they have gained the lead for their 3rd time. But yet again, I ask the question, can they hold it?
Well, we're going to have to see with Shadow and Zany bumping each other. Can anything be made of it? Stratic with the demo of his own. Looks like he's trying to even out the playing field. But let's see what this Helio side can do in these last 30 seconds. There's still a lot of pressure mounted on them, being trapped in their own third. Zany with a fantastic lead. Shadow putting it up in the middle. Zany can't quite find the target though.
15 seconds left here. They have to move. But they're doing well to keep it there, but they just can't find the shot.
Really?
Oh, closer and closer. They still might have one go at this. Starts with Olympic, trying to drive it forward, but Lackstar there to meet him. This ball's still up.
Shadow has to go for it. What can he do with it? Zany. Olympic grabs the demo. He did the most he could in that situation.
It's loose.
Turning down Shadow onto Zany. Can he find the back of the net? Yes, he does! No way!
Wow, I cannot believe it. That is
found the back of the net. All from that
Zany
alone.
with the floater. Stratic unfortunately falling on top of Lackstar. And that's going to be the 0-second goal. We are not done with this series quite yet. Pandemonium in the chat with these players right now. A bit of a laughing matter, but now it's time to put their heads down for this overtime. Silverbacks with a chance to get the 3-1. Helio with a chance to draw it. And this is very intense right now. Hopefully no more mistakes.
I think that's what every player is hoping for right now. And as you said, Zany unfortunately misflips and has to carry it into the corner to try and buy some space and time for his team. Shadow takes it down nice and slow, but he has to beat Lackstar to it. Ends up 50. Where does it go? Where does the ball end up? Because it's just a game of tennis again.
Yeah,
we're trying to see who can put on the pressure first.
Yeah, and no one wanting to make that mistake in OT, of course. I mean, now it is the golden goal. Any mistake like some of the ones we saw in that previous match are going to be it.
Stratic, so close.
Any shot could be the end of this series, but yeah, very even, very tennis matchy at the moment. But who's going to get that decisive goal? Could be Helio with this attack.
Most definitely, and as we've just seen, it can be literally any shot that will decide this match.
Yeah.
Both sides respect each other so much that they do not expect this, as you said. They do not expect certain things to fall in those ways. And just Lackstar, wow, winning 250s like that. Zany had to intervene immediately. Shadow, what can he
like that guy so far, but
yeah.
Will he be the one to get that goal? I really hope so. He's got one to his name so far, but this could be a counterattack on the other end. Stratic
very
just
nicely done.
And it feels so tense, doesn't it? It's just any mistake right now, any sort of bump, demo, mistouch is going to be what ends this series. But if both teams
100%.
holding on, there's a demo.
I think it was Lackstar. Olympic hitting it forward, and Strike manages to clear.
Oh, nice demo out.
Nice demo to release some pressure. Can he meet Zany? No, he cannot. Strike read it perfectly. Ali and Lackstar meet for a shot and save. And now it's just in the corner. Shadow trying to do what he can. Zany bouncing off the wall for Olympic.
Ooh.
Teammates are bumping each other a little bit, but it worked out. They managed to get the save in the end. Oh, nice. Fantastic little redirect. Great save from Lackstar to keep it there.
It is tiny margins at the moment that separate these two teams. Some great saves coming out from Helio. It does feel like Silverback have finally got their foot on sort of the aggression of this overtime, as we've already played half a match of Rocket League and plenty of saves coming out from Helio at the moment. But it just feels inevitable if Silverbacks can continue this pressure. That's a nice shot.
Does he pop it over? Not enough.
Yet another save coming out. 10 saves for Helio currently.
Yeah, and we're sitting on... Oh!
Oh! Wow.
Wow! Just, wow, we didn't expect that happening at all. Strike manages to beat his man, wins an amazing 50. Dukas basically finds an open net. Zenny just cannot recover in time. And Helio goes on to draw the series. After all the pressure of Silverback, could you have expected that?
I really thought Silverback had it at the end there. I mean, just look at the amount of shots that they took. 14 shots, I believe, that is coming out from them, but just not being able to get it after 3 minutes of overtime. And there it is, the 2-2 result that I predicted. But I mean, I didn't expect it to go like that. That was really a showing of how close those two teams were.
Yep, it was a fantastic game, and all I can say is I'm excited for more, because we got 2 more games today, and I'm licking my lips. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to watch them. I'm excited to see some amazing Rocket League coming out from everyone. But yeah, what a game to start the day off with.
Yeah, fantastic master game starting us off, but tune in a bit later as we have a rival game between Brolific and Nightshade coming up shortly. Do not go anywhere. More fantastic matches and fantastic Rocket League to see.
Hey and welcome back everybody. We have already had a cracking evening of Rocket League so far. And I'm pretty excited to get this going. I'm excited to see the next game. Clay, who we got?
Yeah, we got Bro with their rival team Prolific going up against Azura with Nightshade. And I could not think of a more fun game to watch. And as unbiased as I am, I'm such a proud father in this current moment. I can't help but look and smile across my team that already has 2 wins to their name and just go, yes, you guys have done amazingly. Oh, and it's going to be such a good game. I'm looking forward to it.
I think this is going to be a tighter one than we think. I mean, Prolific's coming off some hot form. They've already registered 2 victories already, and you ask how that happens. Well, they played one of their floating fixtures already. So they've played 2 games. They won their first game last week 3-1, but so did Nightshade against Panthera's Antia. So on paper, even though it looks a little bit distorted in favor of Unguarded Ace's Prolific side, I think it is going to be a lot closer than we can, I say wager at this point, because we don't know. It's very early. The stories are yet to be told. Take me through some of your players. Let me know, the tea. Spill it. Like, let me know. What's Prolific got?
Oh, Prolific's got it all, man. Where do I even start? I have the best captain in the world, and our captain loves the demo more than any life itself, apparently, as well, as he tops the stats in that. And tied in second is none other than Joker, who, again, is on Prolific's side, looking absolutely phenomenal. So I'm just looking at this team, and I'm just wondering, how are we going to lose right now? As much as... this is probably a lot of bias for me, I'm sorry. But this game is beautiful. Yeah, but this game's going to be beautiful. I know Mr. Green, I know Joker, they're going to be on top of the ball whenever there's a chance to shoot and score. They're going to be pushing, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Let's see if your evenness comes through.
I think, just speaking on behalf of the AZG guys, there's a lot of faces I recognize from Season 1. I know Jake the Snake, I know Ender, I know Swerve, Daniel J. Duvall is a new join. So I think there's a lot of untapped potential here between both teams. I see the replays as they're uploaded, and the Bro side really gave it a good showing last night up against the Redirect rivals, which they also won 3-1. So more recently, I've seen that they've been pretty dominant. But let's get right into the game. Let's see what we got here, Clay.
Yeah, let's let the game speak for itself. And as we see kickoff just start. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, we see Bro starting off strongly right now. It looks like it's in Azure's half, and trying to put on that pressure from Joker, seeing what he can do about that. Only finds Mr. Green. Keeps the pressure going, keeps it in that opposition half. Can't do too much when the ball is shoved down your throat like this, because it feels a bit relentless.
I think we are in for a cracker. Still 0-0, but there comes the shot.
Oh, there it is, immediately.
And Bro takes the first goal. Claire, I bet you're chuffed about that. And Prolific, I think, taking the first goal.
Yep, I do believe so. I'm just a little confused at who Daniel is at this current age, but that is certainly the rest of the team around him.
That's Badman Dan. If you're looking at the roster, he sinks the first one.
First game, okay. I understand, thank you very much. But yes, it was a great goal, a lot of offensive pressure, and I could not be happier with the performance from the team.
It's looking pretty good so far, but let's see how we go. The pressure is now being applied by Nightshade. They're trying to get it through, and the shot comes in, but blocked. And a very decent clear by the Joker. He's going to translate that. Still pressure on the AZG side. And now Daniel taking in the shot. It's going to get confusing because there's 2 Daniels, one on each side. But
yeah, make it even better.
playing it back in, and I've got to say that Bro has definitely showed some intent, skying a bit of a shot in the air, and Joker once more taking in. Oh, what
Mr.
a
Green.
lovely shot by Mr. Green, otherwise known as Nilak, and that takes the score to 2-0, Mr. Ace.
No, just what a play, what a goal. I'm at a loss for words. The only words that escape my mouth right now are Mr. Green. Wow. It is a perfect read off that wall play from Joker with a lot of pressure applied again. And just Prolific is looking quite prolific. Could not say much more, could not be happier.
Well, that is good indeed, but a little bit of pressure being applied by Bros. Once again, they're definitely showing their attacking intent with a little bit of a demo there. AZG almost pull up a little bit of an upset there, but now contested in the midfield, and we're gonna see a little bit of a reset here because Nightshade will want to come back. They'll need to start applying that pressure, and as I say, that shot on goal, and wow, Clay, this is turning out to be someone.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a lot less one-sided as the game progresses. It looks like Nightshade is getting those little chances that they are looking for, and we may just be paid to punish, well, as we make these mistakes defensively, and as they create their own, because a lot of that was based off of that demo. It was a fantastic little spot from them where they tried their best to just create a goal opportunity. As I say that, we break away with our own demo. Nothing seems to have been made of it as Daniel meets Joker, and Joker meets Daniel again, just a different one.
Gotta say, Prolific is definitely playing with an aggressive structure, and it's paying off for them. The amount of time they're spending in the purple half is immense. Almost couldn't get the shot off there, but trying to break through here. They're going to play it straight through to the middle, get through the backboard, and see if they can get one on the goal. You feel like they can, and he does so. Ender banging that back in from a loose ball. Unfortunately, couldn't be cleared, but Ender will never let one of those lie down.
No, you just cannot. There's a fantastic bump, fantastic all-round play coming out from Nightshade, and you understand why his team still does look so good on paper, and why someone like you can root for them, despite you cheating on me in the heart. But no, Nightshade is looking fantastic. Oh, and a little mistake comes off from Joker, leaves Daniel in a 1v1 against Daniel, manages to save it. And for now, the Bro fans can breathe, as the ball is just carried into the corner of safety by Daniel.
With 1 minute left on the clock, it is Nightshade who are feeling the pressure, and you can see them trying to clear that back into the red half. But the pressure is relentless. You're going to see another shot coming through straight to the back, and Mr. Green scores his second. And amazing stuff by Prolific. Nightshade are nearly going to need to step up their defensive game if they want to turn this series around. The score is now 3-1 to Prolific.
Yeah, could not be happier. Mr. Green slotting home an absolute belter. And again, chasing down a loose ball, but Daniel has it covered and tries to carry it out. Again, goes up against Daniel, and is definitely not confusing my little caster brain right now, more and more as I say that. Joker with a nice redirect play, trying to keep Prolific on the attack. Daniel carries it forward, finds Green. A lot of little passing plays, a lot of little intricacies. Oh, and nearly made to pay for it.
Well, 20 seconds left on the clock. Prolific in a commanding performance. They're going to see if they can get a little double tap here, but Azura has that one covered. Turning it around quickly. They've got 12 seconds to make it count. The shot going a little bit wide, so they're going to get the clear, and it got to look like it. Prolific is going to take this first game, but just trying to add on to that score, add to the misery, and assert some dominance for a very, very good Prolific team.
Yeah, fantastic game one with just a ton of aggression, a ton of shots coming out. Look at that, 8 shots coming out from the side of Prolific. Absolutely immense pressure being applied and just making them uncomfortable in those offensive positions. Nightshade definitely can be one to make us pay for our own mistakes, though, going
You
forward.
gotta have a look at the stats, though. Mr. Green taking a total of 5 shots on goal by himself. That man is exuding confidence right now, and he is an absolute menace for Azura. So if AZG want to stand a shot in this series, I reckon they need to shut down Mr. Green, disorganize that attack, and start scoring some goals of their own, because if they don't, it's looking a little bit dangerous for Azura.
Yeah, 100%. Just Azure's looking like they're in a dangerous spot, and Prolific are looking very, very prolific. There's not another superlative that I would like to use for them in this moment in time.
Well, Prolific is looking prolific. And at this point, this is the kickoff of game number 2. The Joker is going to take one through the air, see if he can score a doozy in, but Swerve manages to get there. And Mr. Green gonna take the shot in, Ender there to stop it though. But unfortunately, this could mean trouble. Wow, a lot of pressure applied, but very, very good clear by Azura.
Yeah, Azura manages to break a... Whoa! As I say that, Green's on with a double tap. Yeah, and just scores it. Just absolutely puts it in the back of the net. I was about to praise Azura just soaking up that pressure, and what do you know? An open net is created so suddenly out of nothing. And Mr. Green is just feeding himself, yeah.
Open nets don't just happen, so there was a nice amount of bumping that occurred prior to that play to allow Mr. Green an easy path in. Joker playing it up, but Ender's going to contest it high, but they really, really need to get this ball out. You can see Bro is standing deep. They're ready to take this rebound. Just misses, but now Ladybug taking it up. Doesn't have possession, passes it off to Ender. Now Ender going to try and follow it up, steals a boost. Doesn't get just nothing out of it, but 3 prolific defenders say, no, you may not go in the goal. This is our side of the hill, and you are not crossing it. Mr. Green there with a lovely little bump. Joker playing it through across, but Green not getting the right bump in. But again, pressure. Azura side, and they need to do something.
Yeah, fully agreed. It's just pressure piling on pressure, and there's another shot from Joker, as I mentioned. That's just so. Green's going up for it. Oh, he leaves some space for Daniel, who's intercepted by Ender. Ladybug tries to counter, but Green cuts it out once again. Goes for the round, but nothing quite coming off just yet. Again, lots of pressure coming out from the side of Bro. Can Azure deal with it? Can they keep their steady head? I don't think so with demos like that coming out.
Mr. Green with another lovely little demo. Ender's the last man back, and he's going to need to play it well. Otherwise, Joker's going to clear it. Nobody is back, but Ladybug able to get there. All that Joker
turn on
needs to play it across. Fakes it. Beats one. Needs to bump the third, and he almost does. And the pressure, as we said this time and time again, is all on Azura. This attack is relentless. And I think when we have a look at the stats at the end of the series, you're going to see a very determined Bro side. But the important stat is if Azura makes this comeback. The score is only 1-0, so they've managed to keep it very competitive. But now Ladybug playing it across. Joker with the interception though, but it is not over yet. Defense is a little bit static. Ladybug going to contest for it, but Mr. Green getting a very, very decent clear. And now, all of a sudden, red is swarming, purple all over. Joker doesn't take the shot. Daniel fakes it out, and Ladybug finally gets a little bit of a reprieve.
Yeah, it's just been non-stop pressure that they've had to deal with, and the moments that they've tried to go forward, they just haven't been able to capitalize on just yet. But again, what matters at the end of the day is that score, and it is only 1-0. It is not a hill that is impossible for them to climb. We've seen them score in the previous series, and we know that they have talented enough players to do it again in this series. They've been creating enough opportunities, and they most definitely can get themselves on the scoreboard as long as they limit their defensive mistakes they can most definitely take the series. But two big demos come out from the side of Bro, and leaves Swerve in a very difficult position, and he manages to make the best of it. That save.
Well, now Swerve again with possession gets forced back towards goal. Ender with some very good aerial control, but as we say that, Swerve forced to make a save off a rebound. And now, let's see, Purple surging up, trying to get a shot off. Unfortunate double commit now, and now Mr. Green is going to get the clear that he needs. Beats one, and we've seen goals like this before from the man himself. Daniel is going to see if he can knock it in, and yes, he can. That takes Prolific's lead up to 2-0, and we're seeing a little bit of deja vu from game one.
Yeah, 100%, and I have to give all the credit to that shot right there. He found the slot, he knew exactly where the defender would go, and he put it the opposite direction. Fantastic play from all that pressure, and it surely has to mean that this is game now. Joker nearly pops a lovely little shot off the wall back in the net.
With only 30 seconds remaining, it is all on Azura to pull it out of the hat, but the attack is relentless. I need to see the demo stats for this game, because Mr. Green by himself has put in a good couple. And in the chat, Terrible, their coach, and one of the elite players says they don't even know where back post is. They are all attack. And I've got to say, I agree, Mr. Terrible. This has been a demonstration on how not to defend, because you never need to. So very, very well played there by Prolific, securing the draw at very least. But now they are on the hunt for that 3 or 4, game win. And honestly,
there's your stat, man. Yeah, right, there's your stat.
There's the stat. Mr. Green with 6 demos in a game. He is chasing Acro for that season demo lead, because honestly, 6 demos in one game, absolutely nuts. But nothing to cry about. Mr. Green has had a fantastic game. Joker with a hell of a lot of shots, but that didn't convert to goals. So if anything, Bro needs to work on capitalizing on the pressure that they generate and the chances that they get to score more goals, Claire.
Yeah, definitely, especially when it comes from the side of Joker. A lot of it is just coming from this aspect of keeping the aggression going and trying to go for that not so comfortable save to see if they can go for that secondary shot, get the second man involved, make him sorry, it looks like there's a bit of a technical issue on the side here, but yeah, just keep the pressure on to Nightshade, and that looks like it's done exactly that. Unfortunately, as much as 6 shots to 0 conversion looks awful on paper, we can 100% chalk it down to trying to tactically keep them under pressure, keep the aggression going, and keep the game in the favor of Prolific.
Well, that all said, Bro is flying high, but game 3 is now underway, and Azura will want to have something to say in this outcome. Very, very good pressure from Ender in the kickoff. He's going to take it, put it through to the middle, but calm defense, and he almost gets that in. That is the closest we've seen Azura to getting one on the scoreboard, but they counter so quickly. Now Swerve in the air, putting one across, couldn't get the double, gets the shot off, but Daniel's worst enemy is the post this time. Ender, unfortunately not being able to keep the pressure alive, but Swerve now again coming out, all guns blazing. Daniel gonna take a shot, hitting up the backboard, and Mr. Green reading the play, getting the pass out, and I'm already liking what I'm seeing from Azura here. We need to see more of it, but Joker's there with a very, very good save. Daniel playing it through to the middle, and I've got to say, Bro is looking a little bit rattled here. Another crossbar by Swerve. Like we said for Bro, it seems AZG needs to take a page out of this and get some of their shots on goal. Recently demoed Mr. Green finally gets that out though, and backboard hit, and now let's see if they can pull off a shot. AZG is looking a little bit too passive.
AZG looks like a completely different team so far throughout this first minute. It's just been pressure and pressure and pressure from their side. It's very odd to say that after we just saw 2 games with the exact opposites immediately. But this Nightshade's side, with these three players are clicking very well, and they're able to put a lot of pressure on. Let's just see if that pressure can convert into anything more than just that. Let's see if they can avoid the worst nightmare being the post.
As you say,
Speak of the devil.
Again. Now Mr. Green trying to get the clear out, but Joker, last man back, Ender applying the pressure. Daniel's going to take the shot, hit the post again. Now Swerve going to try and redirect that in. Ender missing it, possibly faking it. Now Daniel with the clear. And now Mr. Green trying to apply a little bit of pressure of his own. Getting another demo in. This man is a demo machine, and I'm pretty sure he's trying to tell us something. Either he doesn't like the color purple or he just likes exploding cars. Either which way, it is bad news for Azura Gaming. Now Mr. Green playing it off the ceiling. Is there somebody to finish? Yes, there is. Yes. Daniel getting that superb pass into the back of the net. And Bro taking the ascendancy first once more in Game 3.
Yeah, I guess it is that he just doesn't like the color purple after that goal. Can say nothing less after that fantastic assist. Daniel in the right place, right time. Could not even doubt him for 1 second. He didn't doubt himself, and it goes straight into the back of the net.
If I was AZG at this point, I wouldn't feel disheartened. The amount of pressure they've been applying is magnificent. I say keep it up, because they have been defending against 4 players, Joker, Daniel, Mr. Green, and the post. So it is looking like they just need to get past that final great defender and just smack it into the back of the net, guys. As I say that, Daniel pops it up, but that's a bit of a double commit. If Swerve can capitalize, get it through to the middle, but unfortunately the AZG men are a little bit spooked and are standing pretty deep. Swerve with the cut across, almost gets it, post again. And I've got to say, when they're watching these scrims on replay later, this game on replay later, they are definitely going to be looking out for the defensive qualities of that post and how to overcome it in future.
Yeah, all I have to say is I'd really like to know what the post CMV is for the rest of the RSC. I think it looks like a valuable signing to any team at this point.
Honestly looking great, but as we say that, the Joker smacks one through for Prolific. And I said deja vu after game 2. This is definitely not deja vu now. This is what we call a pattern. They set up a commanding lead through what is admittedly very good defense, post or not. They haven't conceded, and it doesn't look like they will. And as we say, that Joker puts it in, and that's hard. That's a really hard pill to swallow, especially when you're trying to chase a game.
Yeah, it very much. I feel for Nightshade right now in my soul, unfortunately, because they've had a really, really good game. And again, the post has been their absolute nightmare throughout this entire series so far. They've had, 4 good hits against the post? And it's just a 3-0 scoreline. It just feels so disheartening and so unfair on them. To put it into just the human aspect of how the players are feeling right now, I can only imagine it.
Well, look, the game's not over yet, and give all credit to AZG. They are still putting on Swerve with a little bit more aerial trickery. Beats one. Ender's gonna try and pop it up. Get it out. Oh, but miscommunication there. Swerve. But nobody is looking like they're beating Mr. Green today. Joker plays it off the backboard, but Daniel is there. I think we're going to be calling one Daniel and the other one DXNL. Because I can't tell the difference aside from the color, because both great players, but both similar names. And as I say that, Joker gets his hat trick. And this is turning to be a very bad night at the races for AZG.
Most definitely, and we just commented on how clinical Joker needs to be going forward in the last game with 6 shots and 0 goals. Now he's seen at 3-3. So could not ask for a better improvement on those numbers. And the performance looks dominant on paper, despite Nightshade playing their hearts out, giving it their everything, and making it way, way closer than the scoreline deserves to be.
and we almost see the the goals extended out there, but capping off a very, very dominant display. Prolific secures the win, currently 3-0, one more game to go, and in a long season, this is what we look out for. Fewer demos this game we seeing here. Mr. Green actually had a quiet one with only 2. But what we've really got to see is Joker getting 3 goals from 3 shots, which is really, really impressive. So that is the clinical... that is what we were talking about at the end of Game 1, and I'm so glad that they managed to take opportunity. But what it also says is that they had less chances. They just scored on the chances they had. So compliments abounding for Bro right now, but AZG mustn't be disheartened yet. Like I said, with a long season to go, this last game could be crucial in securing that playoff spot. So, Unguarded Ace, take us away. It looks like we are heading very, very soon into Game 4.
Yeah, going into this last game, I think Nightshade just needs to keep up the tempo, keep up the momentum that they had in the last game. They already outshot Prolific in the last one. Let's see if they can do it again. Hopefully this time just on target. And keep the series a more respectable 3-1.
Well, like we say, that Daniel takes it, almost gets a kickoff goal, but Swerve on the board, getting it clear. But Mr. Green beats one, but gets demoed a little bit of his own medicine. And now Ender beating one. Couldn't beat Joker though, and honestly, this has been very, very good Rocket League today. Very few mistakes, other than all of those posts that we saw by AZG in the previous games. Let's see if they can turn this one around, pull it back to a more respectable one.
Joker.
As we say that, Joker with a shot on, but immaculately saved by Swerve.
Yeah, could not have been a better save. That was absolutely ridiculous. I'm just in awe of the perfect positioning. And then Joker even goes for the demo to rub salt in the wounds and allow for more aggression from Bro to keep that pressure on. Green wins a nice little 50, but Swerve's there to clear it out. Joker hitting the backboard. What do we find? Just another demo. It very much is our way or the highway, as it currently stands for Prolific. You get in our way.
Putting the pressure on Mr. Green, taking the shot, and Joker trying to keep it on, but this pressure is relentless. You can see that they are very much starved of boost. Daniel finally getting some taste of that nutritious boost from the opponent's half. Corner boost is vital in this game, and what I've noticed Bro doing is that on their rotations, they are collecting a little bit of that boost on the way out. And it is that pressure that they keep applying means they slow it to the save, and that's how Bro is scoring their goals. But Ender popping it up high. Daniel taking the shot through, and a demo by Ender on Mr. Green. And that is the first time we've seen Azura take the opening goal this series. So is this a portent of things to come? Because I like to see it.
No, I love to see it. Giving Mr. Green an actual taste of his medicine right there and then. Just demo him on the goal line, leave an open net straight for them to start it away and put them ahead. And again, Enders keeps on putting on that pressure now. They're taking notes and they're seeing what they can apply for themselves, and it looks like it's working for them.
When in doubt, demo it out. Daniel with some magic. Can he get the double tap? No, he can't, but it's wide open. And Mr. Green with another fantastic save. This is looking incredible right now. Daniel trying to get it through. We can't see anything. Joker kills Swerve. Swerve kills Joker. Green playing a soft one in, pulling in 2 defenders. And now Daniel trying to play it up. Joker taking it across. But again, the defense is reset. Ender going all the way to the opposing half to get some boost. That's how starved they are at this point in time. But very, very good showing so far from AZG.
Yeah, most definitely. It looks just like they have a little bit of confidence back, and maybe it's a little bit too much champagne and celebrations for the side of Prolific when it comes to just cleaning up what they have started. But let's see how the series finishes out, as it looks quite even at the moment. despite the 1-1. There's still shots on both sides, and yeah, there goes Daniel with an assist off the backboard from Joker.
That was a very, very well taken goal. Daniel reading it very well. Unfortunately, Ender not being able to get a touch on it means that Prolific tie up this final game 1-1 with 2 minutes to go. And it is still anyone's game, really, truly. Now Swerve, with a full tank of boost and a heart full of dreams, is going to try and get it through, but Joker says no. And, ooh, what a counter.
Touch from
Ender,
Green. Oh!
Yo, Ender. I'm sorry, man. That one hurt. Unfortunately, own goaling it into the bottom left of a lot of bro pressure. The score now 2-1. And look, AZG can turn it around. They have to turn it around. And to AZG's credit, they have not given up. Another fantastic demo there by Ender. Taking the shot through. Joker, the last man back. Getting it through though, but Ender, determined to see this one through, keeps up the pressure, even on no boost.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those goals where there's nothing you could have done better, and unfortunately the pressure just had gotten to you. But as we speak right now, Bro's trying to keep the ball straight into that AZG half, and Joker just slots one home. Talk about the aggression. There's a goal. Just it's simple 1-2s.
It's the downside of aggression is that when you play too close to the ball in order to keep that, keep the possession of the ball, you sometimes give away those goals on the cheap. And unfortunate, it's what they have to do, so they need to keep on keeping on. Now Ender trying to pop it up, but nobody committing to it, so Daniel gets a very, very good clear. Joker gonna put it through to the middle. Daniel gets demoed by Swerve to hold that one right there and then, but now we're seeing a little bit of double commits. Maybe the frustration is seeping in. I see that Ender not getting it. Oh no. Very, very good save there by Swerve though. But with 30 seconds left on the clock, Ace, it is fair to say that Prolific has put on an absolute lesson today.
Yeah, and it's a lesson on how to play the same playstyle. Because honestly, both sides are incredibly effective going forward, incredibly effective being aggressive. And they both can make the style of play work. It's just that Bro has clearly had more practice with it. As I say that, Swerve.
Swerve gets one in. And look, if they get a kickoff goal, they can take this to overtime. So maybe we are talking too soon. Because time is never up until it's up. And with 3 seconds left on the clock, as unlikely as it is possible. You're going to see a strong commit. Ender winning that kickoff. All Joker has to do is play it down. But couldn't keep it down. The ball is still up. Swerve going to see if he can hit it. Hits off the backboard. Nobody there. And there it is. Prolific coming out with a convincing 4-goal win. And that's exactly what we want to see, Clay.
Yeah, there is nothing that could make me happier, to be honest. And it was also a really tight game, especially this game 3 and this game 4. They were very close, and I couldn't have asked for better Rocket League to be on display from both sides.
100%. Swerve picking up some very good scores there, and that shows you just how close it was. Joker having a fantastic game, but the stats do show a very, very close game. But unfortunately for AZG, Bro was able to give them the sweep, but we've still got a lot of Rocket League ahead of us, and I've got to say, this has been fantastic Rocket League so far. And just now we're going to see another game. It's going to be another rival game. And let me just find the game. That would be lovely. Okay, and that's going to be Unity Xantho versus Viola from DSQ. And apparently I'm being told in my ear that it's Voila, even though it's Viola, as they wrote. I'm not gonna fight anybody over the name, but voila, it is, and voila, Perced bro for taking that whole game in a sweep. So we'll see you shortly after this. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We've still got a lot of Rocket League ahead of us.
I've never gotten right. That's nice. The server name is Horizon.
Good day, everybody, and today we are here with a rival matchup, Xantho vs Viola, and I'm streaming currently casting with Lolanizer. Lolanizer, what's your thoughts on this match?
Yo! How's it going, Sparky? I'm pretty excited. Nice rival matchup going on for us today. It's going to be a pretty cool game, I think. We do have the Team Unity coming here, Xantho, coming off of a little bit of a sweep, which you know, it's always nice for that those morals. You know, gets you in that mindset that hey, we're kind of unstoppable at the moment. You know.
Yeah,
So,
100%. I'm hoping that Viola do recover though from their week 1 matches. Also from the preseason matches, because both of these teams were at the bottom for preseason. But it looks like Xantho has made their return and got a clean sweep in week 1, so that's a good sight, isn't it?
That is indeed. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I am looking. All of Unity's players, Anubis, Pixel Glitch, and Domino, have some pretty good stats for the most clean sheet. You know, all of them are sitting there in that 4th to 6th place. They're all solid players at the moment. So, you know, some pretty good stuff coming in there for Unity.
100%. And on top of that, Ambiguous Goat is on the top for the overall stats as well, not only in his rival tier. So that is really impressive. But if you look at the individual tier stats, all these players on Unity's side, on Xantho's side, have been top 10, have been placed top 10 after week 1. So that's pretty impressive. Viola, on the other hand, are looking more at the bottom of the table, but I do believe it is still early season and they are able to bring it back.
That being said, Mr. Crane is over there with the 5th most saves in week 1. So you know what? Mr. Crane's going to be coming in with some extremely clutch saves for Viola here.
100%, and I can't lie, I'm looking forward to this match. I mean, I've seen the prospect teams play, the master teams play, and I finally get to cast the rival teams for this RSC season 2, and to have you Lolanizer on this, I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely awesome. Do you have any thoughts who might be taking a little bit of a W here? What the scores might be?
I can't lie, the clean sweep coming from Xantho here, they might actually take it. So I'll be rooting for Xantho in this case that's my prediction, to just get that win in the series.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. I do want them to bring it, make it a tight game for Unity. Obviously, showing that they haven't really had too much to deal with so far this in week 1. Though to be fair, they only played 1 game in week 1, and that did go as a sweep. So
yeah, I mean it did. But Viola, I can't estimate these people. We got Vino on here, Mr. Crane, and Chip RL, and the way they've been doing that is insane. So we'll see here how they actually perform, and if they do display some really top tier Rocket League gear for us today.
And then I believe you guys in chat can also take a little prediction. See who you guys think is going to take this W between Viola and Xantho.
I can't lie, it's looking quite balanced in chat though, Lolanizer. Although we are leaning towards one side, I feel like the chat is supporting both Viola and Xantho, so it's a good side to see, isn't it?
It is indeed. I do like to see everyone taking a pretty equal standpoint on this. At the moment, it's 60-40, a little bit of favor to Xantho. Which, you know, that's fair considering the stats, but you know, you can't really count anyone out in week 2. There's not enough that has happened just yet.
And to be honest, in the preseason matches, this is why I do mention it. They did both lose 4 of their series that they did play. So I would say these teams are evenly balanced, although it doesn't show in the week 1 stats. But who knows, Viola may have played a harder opponent compared to Xantho, or Xantho have improved and are going to display that difference here today. So it will be quite interesting to see. And Viola, although you are on the bottom in week 1, it would be really cool to see you just come up top here and show that the underdogs can win it.
Yep, that is indeed true. You can never count anyone out at any point in RSC. It's always amazing. And you know, when you consider the format that RSC uses, it gets extra interesting because, you know, every single game you play matters quite a lot to your overall score.
Yeah, it does indeed. I can't lie, I will always, as we wait for these players, I'm going to check my settings here on Rocket League. Lolanizer, if you could just give me some details here on one of these players. So if we look towards Viola here, it looks like they do get a lot of offensive pressure here, but their saves, like you said, coming through with the saves here. So it'll be a battle of offense and defense, and which team will prevail here?
Which one will indeed? It's going to be a bit of a battle between the two teams. It's going to be pretty fun. I want a game 4. I want a game 4 overtime. Specifically, you know,
A game 4
game
would
4
mean a
2-all, a draw overtime. You know, there's game 4 no matter what I choose, but I do want a game 4 overtime there for that draw.
Yeah, that would be really entertaining, it wouldn't it? So as we go into here, we're going to kick off here as the rival tier here, Xantho versus Viola. It starts off here as Viola taking a really offensive start here in Lolanaza.
Indeed, so very offensive start. Indeed, they will be taking a little back. Thank you, David.
Yeah, it looks like Flossie's already cooking here in the air, but Tubbs is denying him here as Crane collects that on the defense. But opportunity comes here for Xantho. Can they capitalize? As the play is awkward, he gets a shot on, but it's slightly wider, Gabriel.
Alright, our challenges continue. Oh my word, fun and games. Well, it wouldn't be a night. Oh, there we go! Ford Hilux driving a Fennec has just scored.
But Alex really coming through with the pressure here. Dude well on defense and to just counter-attack here as the demo came through as well. Really well played from Viola, starting off really strong as Xantho on the back foot here and trying to find the momentum in the game.
Alright, well, finally Viola... I thought it had taken a while because we'd had technical issues, but it was actually only a minute it took for the opening goal, so they'll be feeling pretty good. You predicted somewhat. Oh no, Xantho you had predicted, Sparky, for the 4-0 sweep, but so far your prediction under threat. It's early days, I'll acknowledge that, but certainly Viola having the better of the pressure, and now Flossie's gonna double the lead.
Flossy with an incredible dunk, just follows that touch in the air and gets that touch, and no defender back for Xantho. Really unfortunate, but really fortunate for Viola, yeah. As we go into this, Xantho getting the kickoff win, yeah. A touch comes through mid, can they capitalize, but Dom just quite short of that touch. But Tubbs is not sure to follow as Flossie tries to get the clear. A lot of defensive clearance coming through from Xantho, leading to those counterattacks, and as I say, that's an incredible save from Mr. Crane on the back foot. Now the counterattack is in their favor. Flossie's up. Can you get the touch mid? It is mid, but unfortunately all players do miss that.
A very scrappy and now open on the other side. Fortunately, they can take it back to their own corner, and Ford Hilux can go forward. Tries the banger off the wall. Doesn't quite get it, but that's going to be... Mr. Crane has a shot. It's high, and Tubbsy gets the clear.
Tubbsy doing well on defense, once again coming through with a lot of saves for his team, but we cannot ignore the fact that Viola's defense and covering for each other has shown really good teamwork and chemistry here. As the demos come through, Flossie trading the demo earlier off of Xantho. Tubbsy coming through on the side, almost getting that touch needed, but couldn't quite find it. Says Dom, a pinch coming through from Dom and as a, oh my word, graveyard.
Well, I think we're bang on halfway. 2 minutes 30 gone, 2 minutes 30 remaining, and it's 2-1. So Viola were looking strong, but now you know how it goes. You feel good at that 2-goal lead, and then you concede one, and now suddenly a 1-goal lead feels a little squeaky.
Yeah, it does. And I must say that Xantho did well there on offense, getting that demo and forcing Viola out of position. That leading to their goal towards the end. So a change of play style already happening. And as I say that, they tie it up here as well with an incredible shot. Tubbsy passing that on the wall. Holy.
I am back, boys. Very nice play coming there from Xantho. It seems that I might be their lucky charm the second I'm back there. Bring it right back into the game. Ready to rumble and take that win from Viola. It's a nice tap to the backboard, but Crane will do a good job to keep it away. Gets past another defender. Domino. beat by Hilux, and now it's Viola on a bit of a counter-attack. Aza just trying to keep that ball around the midfield. Might be looking for an opportunity to get it past, but Closey there in time. Tubbsy tries to get the beat, but doesn't quite get a touch. Now it's Domino. Gets a pass forward to Hilux, tap to the backboard. Tubbsy looking to get that ball mid. Forward Hilux does a good job keeping it out of that blue half.
That blue off defense showing really strong here as we see Ford Highlights getting another clear for them as a shot comes through from Aza, but unfortunately quite wide. The nets were kind of open, but it's okay. His teammates are covering for him, keeping that offensive pressure here as we see Viola kind of collapsing on defense here, but doing well to regain and regather their strength here.
Doing well indeed. Getting a nice pass play there. I really love to see the pass play opportunities. Really shows a lot. Nice save from Ford Hilux. Will it be enough? It does get out. Aza can't get a shot past Hilux. Now it's Flossy. Good job to get that ball away. Little flip reset. It will get tapped down. Aza diving in front Domino, giving a nice shot opportunity for Mr. Crane. And Mr. Crane will not lose that one. Viola back in the lead.
Viola really showing what they can bring here. Working as a team, all three players have a goal to their name here in this match. So I can't lie, it's really showing a really balanced team. And looking at Xantho's side, looks like we have a distributed play style. One's doing the passing, one's doing the shooting as the shot comes from Aza, his third goal in this match, the hat-trick.
The hat-trick indeed. Absolute offensive masterclass. Nice shot. He gets it just underneath Flossy, out of reach. Xantho are not out of this game yet.
As I was saying though, Lolan, I don't know if you've noticed here, but Viola really balanced, getting goals throughout the team, but Xantho having one dedicated goal scorer, one person passing, really showing that they have those roles balanced, and it seems like two different teams here, Lolan.
It does indeed, and that overcommit coming from Xantho. I watched the third man pushing up a little bit farther. And gave Viola a nice opportunity to just sneak one pass back into that net. Xantho, they managed to tie it up, but they haven't managed to take a lead at any point just yet. They only have 30 seconds left to try and do so. Tubbsy trying to make that a fruition. But Flossy will do a good job to keep it away. Hilux gets past another defender. Just 20 seconds left and you're stuck in your own half being pounded by the opponents. Tubbsy now. Under Flossy. Over another. Might look for the bump, but Fort Hilux does a good job to get it there. Now Domino might have the chance to shoot that net. Kept away. 6 seconds left. Xantho need to do what they can. That pass straight to Tubbsy onto the backfoot, but Crane will be there to tap into the mid. Domino looking for the shot, but it's just down in front of the net. Viola take game number 1.
Wow, what a close match this was. Viola really taking the lead here, and then Xantho coming through and catching up, getting those goals and recovering, but it was just slightly short here as they do take the win in the end. Viola, game 1.
Viola indeed. Xantho gonna have to do what they can. Rely a little bit more. I saw some pass plays coming out, but you know, looking at Viola here, they had, as you mentioned, they had a lot more rounded players. You know, they were all working together at every point throughout the game to make sure that, you know, every single opportunity they had was all of them working nicely as like a puzzle. Whereas Xantho, you know, Aza was taking the lead with the goals, but sometimes just one person isn't enough to get past an entire defensive line.
Yeah, that's correct. Especially looking at Viola's team here, they are doing really, really well on this offensive pressure. And to just rely on that one player to just counter the offensive pressure is not going to be enough. And we would like to see more demos coming through from Xantho because we didn't see too many there on Nazar.
We didn't at all, and you know those little demos can make a big difference. One every now and then. Flossy tap to Crane. Crane can't quite get his touch. Aza now. Big tap forwards. Tubbsy might have an opportunity, but Flossy up immediately to keep it away. Now Domino. Good bump. There's those bumps you're talking about. The physicality, getting the defensive line of Viola awkward. But it didn't do too much in the harm of Viola.
And they're doing well here, keeping that pressure on Xantho's side, and a great touch coming through from Crane. Crane really showing that he's got his teammates back, always there on defense as Flossie gets a touch forward. He's able to follow it, he gets it over 2 defenders. A demo coming through as of a forward Hilux, and he gets the shots, and it's in forward Hilux. What an angle.
What an angle indeed, but also that physicality just opens up that defensive line, getting rid of the third man, just leaves a net with no one there to keep your shot out of it. Now Xantho is going to have to fight again from the lower side of the game. Hilux putting on a shot, but Tubbsy manages to make a save. Xantho holds back in the defensive half. Flossie, nice tap forward. Might be an opportunity to get a bump, but not quite. Tubbsy. Now to Aza. Tap forwards. Flossie will be there in time. Looking for the tap to get over Domino. Domino might not be able to reach that, and that will be Viola extending their lead by another.
Flossie getting that fake touch on the wall and following it up really fast. We love to see those recoveries from the players. Just going off that wall, nose down, and just executing that shot with style. A chip over the last player of Xantho, almost getting it as Ford Hilux collects this in the air, trying to get a goal for himself here as Crane passes it to him. He gets the redirect, it's not on, and Flossie almost finding the end of that.
Almost. Domino, big tap forwards. Nice bump as well on Crane. Tubbsy going to pick it out for Aza, but Flossie gets there in time, and here it is again. Xantho, all the players committed up forward, so nothing came from that one. Tubbsy, good 50. Now it's just Mr. Crane left as last. Does get a good challenge. Aza gonna have to watch out for being demoed. Crane might have another opportunity here. Gets past one, and that will be an open net for Flossie to tap on right in.
And this physicality from Viola. It sounds like they're doing the strats Xantho should be doing before they do it. Really doing well here to just get those demos in. And so far, both demos leading to goals here as they have the momentum in this game. 3 minutes on the clock. It's not yet over. Xantho are able to catch up. And if they do, it will be looking really good for them.
Will indeed. Aza might be opening up an opportunity, but Flossie does manage that demo. He's going to open up some space for them on their defensive line. Flossie, big pinch forwards, but Tubbsy will be there to tap it onto the backboard. Aza looking for the double tap in, and he will get it! Opening up the scores for Xantho here in game 2.
A brilliant pass from Tubbsy. Aza just there really quick to get that shot on, reading that really well. And they're back in this game, as you say, with still 2 minutes 53 seconds on the clock. It's looking like the momentum may have shifted just slightly in their favor. And a pass coming through here, but shut down for Ford Hilux. Hilux in the air quite a bit, you're pre-jumping these players, really showing some confidence for his teammates at the back there.
That might have been a bit awkward, but nothing coming from it. Nice touch from Tubbsy. Aza manages to get the demo to delay that offense just for a little bit. Nice speed there. Tubbsy now tap to the side, getting a pass to Flossie. Now it's Domino looking at the shot, but Hilux manages to tap it away nicely. Tap him it again, once again. Aza puts the shot up, and Crane keeping it out. Xantho putting shot after shot. Can they get one in? There's another from Aza onto the backboard. Tubbs left with the open net. Piling that pressure on and on. They eventually find a crack in the defense coming in the form of a double commit.
I really like this display from Xantho. They're using that backboard to pass a lot to each other here, guys. It's really showing that, hey, we recognizing that they're not covering it. Let's use it. Let's use this backboard. It is there for us to use. And just to display that coming through here, almost a shot coming through as Dom gets the shot on Crane, really saving that. And as I said, our pass come through mid again from Aza, but Ford able to collect that. Always there in those empty spaces, just ready to read the ball.
Now Aza gets a bit of an awkward clear. Domino manages to pick out one defender. Now Tubbsy gonna try shut it down. Gets the corner boost. That can be crucial in developing pressure. Now it's Domino. Tap to the corner. Looking for the bump. Tubbsy tap onto the backboard as well. Crane very awkward, but no one from Xantho able to cover that shot. Now Flossie getting the counter-attack going for Viola. Take the edge over. Gets past one, but Tubbsy there in time. Now Domino tap forwards. Tubbsy there to follow. Nice pass space on the clear, but Flossie does manage to get a tap out to Mr. Crane.
And a touch coming through, a pass mid. We see passes Xantho passing a lot, but this time cut out by Mr. Crane. Starting to read these passes. Crane with an insane read here on the offense. Just goes up for that shot, full confidence, and shoots it. Really, really well done by him.
And once again, Xantho are falling over their own toes a little bit. Third man rotating a little bit too early, leaving that net completely uncovered. Flosi, that big beat might be an opportunity to get another, but it's just wide. Now Tylux, another shot on net. Just wide as well. Aza gets an awkward touch. Might be tapping that the wrong direction, but Domino is there to bail him out. Now Domino trying to get past one. Flosi gonna opt to take this one back. Domino, good demo. Exactly what we need coming from Xantho here. Aza, opportunity. Might look for the Doomsday dish. Can't quite get it in Flosi. Just going to try buy his team a bit of time. Allow them to get some boost. And get something working again. Now clear. It's going to land up in Domino. Now Flosi, once again, taking it out. Taking it all the way to the orange half. Getting rid of all that pressure that Xantho just developed.
And yeah, as we go into the last 20 seconds, it looks like Xantho do need a goal here in order to really get into this game. But Viola really shutting them out here as we go into the last 10 seconds of this match. Ford Hilux getting a good clear into the half. But no, Tubbsy's not giving up yet. He is trying to pepper the net, but Flossie denying him all the way into the air. Maybe trying to find another goal here for them to make it 5-2. Unfortunately couldn't, as Tubbsy goes to the redirect and the ball does eventually bounce down here. Viola taking game number 2 as well.
Very nicely done from Viola. You see, they have a bit of a strategy of they play a lot more aggressive in the first chunk of the game. And then they just wait for their opponents to make some mistakes while trying to bring back the goals that they lost. And it is seeming to work very effectively here for Viola. Putting themselves 2 up in the series. Xantho, though, gonna do what they can to call for a draw.
That is the only possible outcome for them at this moment, unless they do lose the entire thing. But they will be looking towards that draw, as that's the best solution for them coming through. And if they do get it, that would be really, really good for them, as a loss would not be great at all, won't it?
It wouldn't, but even if you manage to get just one game off that board in the best of 4, it still counts pretty nicely towards your season ranking. You know, that singular game, just getting one game off, whether it's this game or the next game, can be a big difference maker when it comes closer to the end of the season. That one game can really cause you to make those playoffs or not.
Yeah, and as we go here, one of the players have asked for weights, and we get to talk about this now, Lolanizer. These two just going through at it, just head first, straight in. Viola, all this pressure coming through. Didn't demo in the first game, but demoed in the second game, maintaining that momentum throughout the series. What would you like to see Xantho just change up here to maybe turn the tides?
I like to see the aggression. We saw the full aggression from Xantho on that second goal, and I really like to see that. You know, their rotations were very good, very tight, just constantly peppering that backboard, throwing every single thing they have at that backboard and at their teammates so that they could just get past that defense. That is something I want to see them carry through into games 3 and 4. But something I want them to try and dwindle out from their current playstyle is their third man constantly overcommitting and challenging in places where maybe should be waiting a little bit and just trying to develop some time for their teammates to get back and support them in the defensive side.
Yeah, I would agree on the part of the tight rotations, and that links directly to what you're saying, that third man being a bit too pushed up or too back, is that rotations out is a bit slow, you know, just trying to get your play in, get the shot, get the pass, and then immediately rotate out. I think that constant pressure needing for that goal really is getting to them. But hopefully they do make their comeback and maybe taking a few points from what we've said here.
Hopefully they do. They had a little bit of time there with some technical issues. But we're back in. Let's see if Xantho can make a difference. Good pass from Aza. Big demo coming from Domino, but Tubbsy not able to get a shot, but does get another demo. Tap mid. Aza can't quite follow that. Now it's Crane. Tap forwards. Aza keeps the ball away. Now forward Hilux. Pinch, but Domino just constantly keeping that ball out of that orange half. Tubbsy might be looking for an opportunity to pass mid. Can't quite get his touch. And Crane will have a nice opportunity. Forward Hilux waiting in mid. Can Crane get it there? Will be there, but Hilux not available for the shot.
As we go into this here, Mr. Crane able to collect this. We've seen a lot of touches from him. As Flossie's upper game here, that spear for them, that pressure just always there, getting those demos, really showing that individual playstyle, that how much pressure you can put on as that first man, and he's doing well in it as he collects this ball once again. And another attack from Xantho just shut down. But as I said, the shot come through by Crane, able to block it, and Xantho trying to find themselves on the back foot here, but aren't able to get out of it as Ford Hilux peeking here. Flossie getting a shot and bumped Aza backboard. Aza with a nice save.
And there's Tubbsy getting rid of Ford Hilux from the field this time. Just opening that space a little bit more. Aza, nice shot. Flossie does manage to keep it out of the danger zone. Tubbsy now leaves that one out for Aza. Now Domino. I do like to see that Tubbsy recognizes that he should be going third man there. Allows him to keep that ball within Xantho's possession while in the defensive side. Domino getting rid of Crane, but Hilux is still there. That whiff might be a bit bad. Hilux pass to Flossie, and Flossie is there for the shot.
Wow. That is a play and a half. A slight whiff from Xantho coming from Domino, but that pass play, that link up from both Ford Hilux and Flossie, really making the difference there on their players. They get themselves another goal in the series, leading 1-0 in game 3.
And now they're gonna have to change some tides. They're back in the losing side. Domino, awkward touch. Flossie might be opening up a good opportunity for Crane. He will go for the shot, but Tubbsy manages to get a good touch away. Now it's Aza. That touch is gonna land on Flossie's nose. Domino, good job keeping it away. A little double commit there from Viola. Aza gets a bit of space, but not too much. Looking for the pass to Tubbs. Flossie doing a good job of keeping that ball at bay, keeping it around that mid. That shot from Flossie might go past all the defenders, but Aza gets in time, and right now Xantho is being pinned in their own half.
That shot from Flossie almost going in, but no, with an own goal. Unlucky. Flossie couldn't get that shot, but unluckily gets this touch that does fly towards his net. Tubbsy getting the goal here as Domino gets the assist. An amazing play here. Unfortunate one from Flossie. But as we know him, he is looking to recover from that play. We might need to see a little air dribble from him here in this game.
We might indeed. Tubbsy gonna take some time there. Might try to get past Flossie there in the defense. Nice tap from Domino onto the sidewall. He gets the beat of a Ford Hilux. Tubbsy tap forwards. That little own goal might be a good opportunity for Xantho to get their heads back in. Gets momentum. Domino can't get that shot. Now it's a tap into the corner. There's another shot coming out from Xantho, but kept away. Now it's Domino. Tapped easily for Crane to take it away. Ford Hilux just trying to push that ball further and further away. Nice touch from Tubbs. Flossie will take control and go on the counter-attack.
This is the edge we spoke about. Flossie able to control it. Almost gets it as a touch from Crane. Goes towards Flossie. Flossie almost getting the shot back mid for Crane to finish it. As it does fly mid, but no one there to retrieve it. Domino able to take possession, but shut down from Crane as the ball flies mid. As a awkward, a shot from Ford Hilux, and it's still awkward here, but really well dealt with here from Domino, covering his team here as Flossie gets a touch back to Crane. Crane looking for Flossie once again, but couldn't quite get that touch needed as Domino takes the ball, collects it here for his team, really showing good ball possession and patience on the ball every single time.
Flossie, a little awkward, might be the bad. Crane does manage to get the save nicely. Now it's Aza, tap middle. But Ford Hilux will be there for the beat. It might be an open net, but it's just wide. Now Flossie looking for the pass mid. Gets past one, Domino. There to clear it away. Crane looks for the shot, but Aza does a good job there on the defense line. Now might be looking for the pass, kept away by Ford Hilux. Flossie gonna have some possession over Tubbsy. Domino, awkward touch.
Oh, he almost found that shot there. Nolanizer almost found it as Crane tries to rebound, but couldn't quite get that. Ford Hilux going through all three defenders, and it's open here. Flossie, can he get the shot in? And it is Flossie getting the lead for Viola once again in this match. An amazing play on the wing here from Ford Hilux, just beating out two defenders.
That being said though, another case of Xantho just having a little bit of miscommunication in their rotations. You see the double commit, 2 players, 1 ball, both getting flown away before the play was even all that dangerous yet. Left them in their third man in a little bit of an awkward situation. They only have 30 seconds left to recover this. Will miss their Domino. Might be looking for the demo. Tubbsy can't quite get it past forward. Now it's Aza. Can't make a touch, but Domino will be there first. Gets past 2 defenders. Might be an opportunity to Crane. Good clear away. Hilux bumps Aza, and now it's Viola's turn.
Viola try pepper the net. One. They have 5 seconds left. Your ball is still up as they are finding themselves in the back feature. The ball might bounce down here as it's still up here. Tubbsy keeps it alive. Is there an opportunity here as it develops? But no, Flossie just shutting it down. A shot coming through on their net. And the bounce. How did that not touch the ground? Whoa. Well played here. Viola almost finding the third and the end there.
Xantho almost got a second chance at the light of day. No one could keep it up. Viola now sitting with the 3-win. Looking for the sweep at the moment. All Xantho can do is try to get just one game on the board, one win. They've been ever so close. Now's the time they can do it.
Yeah, this is really looking good for them as the goal difference in all these games is getting closer and closer. That game coming really close, Xantho almost getting it, but I can't lie, that play on the wing there, getting that ball to Flossie, really showing that Viola are still, they don't give up, their pressure does not let go.
It doesn't at all. They keep pushing and they will not stop until they find the little lines, little errors in your rotation that cause some great opportunities to get a goal in.
Oh my word. Has this game not been interesting? Oh my word, that match almost going to OT. I predict this match going to overtime here, but we'll have to see if these players are able to do this as this is also an endurance battle.
I mean, at the very start, I did indeed say I wanted to see a game 4 overtime.
I'm on you with that one now.
It's time for Xantho to make me proud. Flossie doing what he can to get it out. A little bit awkward. Now it's a good bump, but he's going to just leave the session in Domino's hands. All he does. Good bump on Crane. Tubbsy tap onto the backboard. Aza looking for the shot. Crane can't quite reach it, but Flossie there to bail him out. A little double commit. Hilux manages to recover. Ball landing on the sidewall. Aza leaving that for Tubbsy. Tubbsy tries to pass, but that Viola defensive line sitting tight, not letting anything through. Tubbsy now. Good tap forwards, but Flossie will keep it away.
Tubbsy on that pre-jump does still keep the pressure. He has, they almost find themselves a pinch. It does go mode, but Aza recognizing his last man, needing to play a bit passive as it finally goes here. Does really well to disrupt the offensive pressure Viola have built up, and now Viola on defense. Flossie a bit awkward as the ball goes towards their net. Aza getting that pass mid, but no one up. Crane able to collect that. Dominoes still getting that pass mid. Tubbsy's lurking, he's there. Can he get the shot? But no, just finds himself quite wide there as the ball travels slightly ahead of him.
And sooner or later, Viola might notice the Xantho third man constantly sitting up, right up on the backline. Aza trying to tap it through, trying to take advantage of Flossie, but couldn't quite. Big pinch. Aza up there first, can't quite reach it. Now it's for Hilux. Can't get a touch either. Flossie does get a good 50. Now it's Crane, 1v1. Tries to tap it under, can't quite. Now forward Hilux, captain mid Aza. Plenty of time for the clear. Flossie just going to keep that ball hanging around the midfield. Flip reset over the air. Dodge the demo.
Almost gets spots all the players there on Xantho, but Xantho having to make a really good shot here, but saved by Mr. Crane. Crane once again covering their third man, really doing well here. As a touch, a slightly awkward. Domino's gets the pass mid. Is any player there to collect it as Tubbsy tries, but no, Flossie slightly quicker to the ball as now they find themselves on the counter attack. Can Flossie read this off the ceiling? Tries to get a touch, fakes it. Crane almost with the shot and a clear from Tubbsy as Ford Alex tries a rebound shot as it does find its way towards the net, but Tubbsy with the save on the goal line. Oh my word, Ford Hilux hoping that would be went in that time.
Hoping indeed, but Xantho doing what they need on the defensive line, but not there. Mr. Crane finds a crack once again. Flossie, big tap forwards. Aza a little bit too awkward. Nice shot coming from Crane, getting it right underneath the Domino as the last defender of Xantho. And that will be Viola 1 up once again. The storyline that has been captivating every single game this series so far.
Oh, and they always take the lead, and so far, once they've taken the lead, they do not let it go. I mean, Xanto have caught up once in a while, but it is really difficult as the confidence, I mean, you can just assume the confidence just flowing through their veins as a touch coming through from Xanto, but cleared away from Fort Alex. Tabzi, last man here, gets a touch towards the side. Flossie trying to lurk, trying to follow that as he does so well, and does get a nice touch to the corner, keeping that ball possession as Crane collects that once again. As they find themselves on the offense. Over one, Crane gets past two. Ford trying to find that pass mid, but couldn't quite get that.
Fort Alex and Flossie finding themselves there in a little bit of a romantic situation in that corner. Aza now trying to get past Flossie, but Flossie up with such great speed, keeping the ball away. Now it's Hilux, tap to the back with Domino. We'll keep it away, put it into the corner. Now it's Crane. Tries to collect the boost, but not quite fast enough. Flossie taking time, not much boost, gonna go off the ceiling. Just try to get one opponent to commit and get past. Now it's Aza. Tap to the corner, Tubbsy there for the 50, and it will be Flossie once again to get a clear.
Oh, and that pass play almost developing something here for the Hilux. Does have the shot opportunity, tries the shot, but it's slightly soft. No defender is there. Can Flossie get this 50? And he does as he bounces down, but no, Aza there to collect that. Brilliant read from him there off the ceiling as Fort Alex get another 50. Flossie there to collect that in the ceiling. Tries to get a pass here as he always does, but this time cuts out from Domino as Crane on the wing here. A lot of pressure coming through from Viola. Xanto needing to get this ball out. Aza with the shot. Oh.
That might have been their best opportunity so far. Flossie going to try to turn it around the other way immediately, but not able to. Now it's Aza. Flossie just going to try waste Xanto's time here. Get the time, the clock to drip away and just give them that win. 16 seconds left. Flossie tap to side, gets past one. Aza manages to hold his own. That tap will go out to Tubbsy. 8 seconds left. Tubbsy gonna have to do what he can off the ceiling. Flossie there in time, keeping it away from the defenders. Aza might be able to get the opportunity. Tubbsy can't get the shot.
Oh, that was so close. Tubbsy.
So devastating for Xanto. The ball was there. The momentum was there. There were no defenders. But there wasn't enough boost to push it home.
Oh, they almost had that in the last second. Now overtime looking quite promising there in those last split seconds there, Lorganizer, but we didn't quite get to see that. But we cannot disregard Xanto from that first game looking like a totally different team in the end. They're doing really well to just mentally control themselves and regain, you know, something every player really struggles with, you know.
And that is indeed true. They managed to hold their mentals high. In fact, they improved slowly as the games went on. Every loss just fed into themselves, into their power.
Oh, but they've done well here. It was very, very close. They almost had that game. I mean, not even the last game, game 3, looking really close as well. I mean, the only thing I could say was just the offensive pressure. Personally, just seeing them not really get those touches, get those demos that we see Viola get from game 2 onwards. We didn't see them get those in, but I mean, it's really well played by them in the end. Regaining really well.
Yeah, and also the case of, like, I constantly saw them just pushing too far forwards as the third man, and that allowed the team over at Viola to just get some free clears that were completely uncontested and just let the ball roll all the way to the other side. With a bit of extra luck, that could swing very far away from Xanto and just go straight into their net.
But I mean, look at the stats now, Lolanizer. Viola picking up, not only are they picking up series wins, but game wins. So far, we haven't seen them lost a game in week 1 and week 2. It's looking really promising for them at this point.
That is indeed true. Xanto, though, that is going to be pretty tough for them. That will put them down a couple spots. But Viola are going to be extremely excited about that one. Full-on sweep. Very nicely done to Xanto.
Oh, but as we're gonna end this year, Lolanizer, it's looking well played to all players. Looking really strong in the rivals here. I didn't expect to see such a strong team form. Those pass plays coming through. But yeah, that's it from Lolanizer myself. We'll see you guys next time.
this raid is not working. Normally there's a button. No, it says the raid is created. Oh, there we go, raid now.